Hey guys, no box. The cardboard box came basically ripped open, being held on by two pieces of tape on the back side of it, and all the top end was ripped open. So it was kind of already open, so I just kind of like pulled this out so we could avoid it. Luckily, none of the accessories were lost. And as you can see, it's another Ammoon. One of the only guitars I could get here recently. This is just after New Year's. And it was on the Amazon site for a couple of weeks. A little bit prior to Christmas as well, as a new option here. I resisted buying it until after the New Year. They were still there, so I decided, let's go for it because it's an Ammoon Telecaster version. In baby blue. They had Arctic white with a black pickguard. They had a sunburst with a white pickguard. And I had just bought the Donner sunburst, which I didn't want another one. And I love the baby blue LP Junior that I bought. And I was hoping this one was going to turn out to be similar as far as finish goes. And so far, just this cursory look, it looks the same. The blue is absolutely beautiful. Now, what I didn't know about this guitar that I just found out now is that it's a top loader only, no string through the body. And it's branded Ammoon on the headstock as well, which is blacked out on the site. But what they did not black out or chrome out on the site is if you zoom in really close, you can see Ammoon on the plate. So, the bones of this thing hopefully are good, because I'm thinking it's a project. Oh my God. Shredder on the ends again. Yep, shredder on the ends. So this has the small frets, Indian Laurel fretboard, plastic nut, die-cast tuners, maple satin, back of the neck feels good. Now on my last Ammoons, I don't think I had to change the tuners. But you know, it's kind of a crapshoot what you're going to get. So let's say that below E is pretty good. A little bit more play in the A, and the D, and the G. Oh my God, a really almost a third of a turn on this one play. Excuse me. As well as the, so the B and the E are total crap. And the rest of them are passable, but those two are total crap. Okay. So we know that I don't like these box switches. It comes with a top hat, which I like, but the top hat that it comes with has a really small slot which fits only the top of these Asian switches and will not fit a standard switch. Um, I don't hold a lot of hope for the pickups on this. I didn't really buy it for that. It was more of a idea to modify. I will give them a try, but I do not intend to keep the pickups right now on this guitar. This pickguard is not a standard Telecaster style. There is a pickguard available on Amazon which has this kind of shape, but no cutout for a pickup here. And I'm thinking I'm going to try a standard Telecaster pickguard to see how it fits on here. And does it line up properly? And if so, I believe that's what I'm going to do. So here we go. A new project, Amazon Telecaster. I didn't really think I was going to have another Telecaster style. I didn't really think I was going to have another top loader like the Lix Pro. So I suspect string through the body is going to be something I'm going to think about to do on this one as well. Alrighty, next step is to the bench. The action is at the top of the saddles right now. If I press that down, it looks like you could get pretty good action, and the neck is relatively straight at the moment. Yeah, the neck is relatively straight, so if this action were to come down to there, yeah, looks like she'd be a decent player. Of course, we're going to have to do all the fret work as usual, but yeah, I think we can make a pretty good playing machine out of this. The body and the neck are good. Everything else can be fixed. And just to note, it comes with the same candy as the other ones did. The small clip-on tuner, a strap, which is made of cotton weave, and of course the cable. Now this is interesting. This tuner was in the box loose, and in this bag there's another tuner. So I was worried about them actually having lost stuff, but turns out there looks like there's a spare tuner in this box. Unless this is empty. No, it's not empty. So there is a spare tuner. Comes with a capo, another set of strings, and a cleaning cloth, which of course I never use for this. So yeah, this is all the candy. On to the bench. Okay, Baby Blue 2 is on the bench, and I pulled out this white pickguard that came on Donner Tele. Wanted to test to see if standard pickguard would fit. It is going to fit around these parts up here, but I have about 1/8 of an inch gap at the top here, and it varies going around from the control plate. So their control plate's a little bit lower in this version because the replacement that I put on there, which was for Mexican fenders on the Donner, it fit perfectly, and it was around the control plate no problem on the Donner. But a little bit of a gap there is not an issue as long as underneath there is nice. So I've checked, and I've got 4/64ths on that side and 8/64ths on the low side, which of course is 1/8 of an inch, and that cannot be. So I'm gonna lower the saddles. Now this bridge is very similar. Well, I think it is probably the exact one that came on the Lix Pro. The strings are a little bit rusty in places, so they've been on there a while, I'm sure. They claim this to be a tremolo bridge, which obviously is not true. This is a hardtail fixed bridge. They claim this is an Alnico pickup. Not sure that's true either. We'll see when we get underneath of it. They never made any claims about this one. So first thing I'm going to do is get the strings down, get it tuned up, let the neck tension up, and we'll see where we go from there. It's just an initial to go and give it a little strum through and see what it sounds like. Alright, already. Finally got it, I think, close to being tuned and where it'll stay. The strings on this are kind of like those Chinese Orphees, except they don't have the colored ball ends. They have a sort of a dead sound to them. They're not really as bright as they should be, like a nice set of D'Addarios. But it's loud enough that, well, now we're only about 6 feet away from the amplifier at standard volume. It's loud enough to know that the bridge is, you know, quite a chimey, right? As expected. The neck, they said, was Alnico 5. I'll find out when I take it apart. Is sort of dark, as expected. Most of them are that come on guitars in this price range. Now, is this a good deal for somebody starting out? Yes. I mean, with tax in here in Canada, you can get this for $192 and a few cents in change. With a gig bag, with the strap, with the cable, picks, tuner. I mean, you know, and the finish and the bones on this are really, really nice, okay? So, for somebody to start, you know, you get yourself a little soft sponge like that, right? You just kind of like fix the edges like that, take some of that sharpness off. That's what I did to make it safe right now before I actually go and do all the frets. The nut is plastic, but ABS, but it's cut well over the first fret. It's like spot on. I'm hoping my bone nut goes in there will do as good. All the nuts here were a little bit loose. I haven't checked for the screws in the back. Doesn't really matter though, because I think I'm going to have to take them off. But are they good enough for a first timer? Yes. Good package deal? Yes. An excellent guitar to start on, no doubt about it. Now, for me, it's got to be more, right? So I'm going to make it more. So the next part is going to be looking for the replacement parts. So now I have to do some research and see what I'm going to do for a mod program.